I'm dreaming of love.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial of how I contour and highlight. This is a method that I picked up over the years, and it's definitely my favorite way to contour and highlight. I've learned a ton of methods over the years, but this is the one that I always go back to. It is the simplest way to contour and highlight. It leaves your skin looking flawless, and it just is so easy. So stay tuned if you want to learn how I contour and highlight. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a clean face. I'm going to first prime my face, and I use the MAC Fix Plus. I just put a few sprays on my face, and I use this instead of a primer because primers tend to clog my pores and I end up breaking out. So I really like the way Fix Plus makes my skin feel, helps keep my makeup on all day, so I like it, and it doesn't clog my pores. So after we prime our face, we're going to be taking a concealer color that is a few shades lighter than our skin tone, and what this is going to do is really help brighten up the areas that we want to highlight. I'm going to be using this color from my Graftobian palette, and I'm just going to be using a foundation brush with it. So I'm going to dip my brush in to the color, and I'm going to start highlighting. So first area that I like to highlight is underneath my eyes. So I'm just gonna start right here and then make a V and bring it out onto my cheekbone. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna make a little like cross, I guess, on my forehead, like an X. More like a plus sign on my forehead, and then extend that down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to put some on my Cupid's bow. I'm going to put some on my chin, and then I'm going to put some right above my jawline. Contour, essentially what you're doing is shadowing. You want to diminish the look of, let's say, when you contour right here, you're adding a shadow to underneath your cheekbone. This way it looks almost sunken in, so your cheekbone is going to look more prominent and it's going to stand out. When you contour on your nose, like on the sides of your nose, it's going to help your nose look slimmer. When you do it on your forehead, it's going to help your forehead look smaller. So contouring is awesome. It's like plastic surgery. It's like an inexpensive plastic surgery that you could change up every day and you're not committing to anything. So for contour, I use my Chanel Tan, what's this called? Bronze Universal by Chanel. And the name of it is Soleil Tan de Chanel. I just call it Universal Bronzer, the Bronze Universal. So it is this cream bronzer that is way, way, way too dark for my skin. I really like using them for contouring, so I'm going to show you guys how I use this. So I'm just going to swirl my foundation brush in here, pick up some color, and then I'm going to start with the contouring. So I'm going to do my forehead first. I'm going to bring it down to my temple and also push it into your hairline. Down my temple. Okay. And now I'm going to swirl it some more. I'm going to bring it in to my eye, to the crease of my eye. Bring it out again to my temple. I'm gonna do the sides of my nose. I start from the corner of my eyebrow. So I'm gonna start right here, bring it down, and then scoop underneath my nose. Get a little bit in there. This way it looks shorter. And it's also gonna help like stand it up a little bit. Aren't I looking gorgeous? And then I'm going to do my cheekbones. So for a lot of people, this seems like the hardest part for them is knowing where to contour correctly for the cheekbones. So what I like to do, the way I was taught, is start from this piece of your ear and kind of like almost tap into your cheek, and then as you can see right here, there's a hollowness, and if you push your finger up, you're going to feel that there's a bone there. So that's exactly where you want to place the contour. And you could even place a little bit of the contour on top of the cheekbone and then swoop it underneath as well. But you don't want to bring the contour in too far, because then it's just going to be a little too dramatic. But I like to bring it in a little past the corner of my eye. So I'm going to stop around like right here. So just place that. I'm going to bring a little bit up, bring a little bit down, and then just do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to just press, press, press. Here's the hollowness. Press up, make sure that's the bone, and then place the contour. And then I'm also going to place some underneath my jawline, and that's going to be straight under where we place the highlight. And just do the same thing on the other side. Going back to highlight for a second, I don't normally do this, but it is an option. Going back to that really light concealer color, you could just put a little highlight on your laugh lines. And then for contour, you don't have to do this either, but it's something I like to do. Just put a little bit underneath my lower lip, and then I just put some over here too. I feel like it helps my lips look bigger. Okay, so that's it for contour and highlight. So for contour, we did the forehead, temples, the crease of the eye, sides of the nose, cheekbones, jawline, and then I did a little bit on top of my lips and then underneath my lip. And for highlight, we did the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, chin, above the jawline, and underneath the eyes. So you're probably wondering, what now? So the way I like to do it, and this is the easiest way to blend everything together, is grab a foundation that matches your skin tone perfectly. Mine is the Studio Sculpt NW20, and I'm just going to be applying it with a stippling brush for MAC. This one is the 187. So I'm just going to put some foundation on my brush and then start blending everything together.
I'm searching the missing part of my
heart. Okay, so now that everything is blended in, there's no dark, harsh lines or really bright areas. Everything just looks blended in. Everything is totally natural looking. If I'm going out or it's a special occasion or I know that I'm going to be photographed professionally, I'm going to add a little bit more contour and highlight, but with powder. I'm not going to add any more of the cream highlight and the cream bronzer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my contour first, and I'm just using a dark color. This one is from MAC. It's called Harmony, and I'm just going to be using my MAC 129 brush. I'm going to swirl a little bit, very lightly, and I'm just going to go over the areas that I contoured. So, and this is just going to help set it. and it's also going to help bring it out a little bit. So we contoured right here. And then I'm not going to worry about the crease of my eye at the moment, because if I am going out, I'm going to be doing like a smoky eye. I don't need to add the darker powder in there at the moment. And then I'm just going to go my nose. And then jawline. And then for the highlight, I'm just going to be using some of this Mary Luminizer. It's from theBalm, and this is currently my favorite highlight. And I'm going to be using the same brush, the MAC 129. Swirl a little bit in there, add it to the tops of my cheekbones. You could even swoop underneath your eye. But I would do my cheekbones first, and then whatever excess color is on the brush, then swoop it underneath the eyes. You don't want too much shimmer underneath your eyes, but just like a little bit is nice. And then down the bridge of my nose, across my forehead, Cupid's bow, chin, and then right above the jawline. So that is it for contour and highlight. As you could see, like you could see where it's darker, you could see where it's lighter, you could see where my lights are like hitting my highlighted areas, and you could see the brightness, you could see the shimmer. So essentially, like, those are the areas that I want to stand out, and these areas kind of look hidden. So that is contour and highlight, and now I'm just gonna finish off my face. So for blush, I'm using Melba, and it's just a really nice peachy everyday color with the same brush, the 129 from MAC. And then how I do my blush, I'm going to put the end of my brush in the corner of my eye, smile, and then bring it down. And this, the highest part of my cheek, when I'm smiling, that's where I'm going to put my blush. And then I'm just going to extend it out into my hairline. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do my brows and my eyes. Okay, so now that the rest of my face is done, I did my brows, I did my eyes, I'm just going to go in with the MAC Fix Plus again. I'm just using this as a setting spray to make sure that everything kind of melts in together and looks like second skin. And let's do that. Spray, spray, spray. And it is also so refreshing, except when you get it in your mouth like I just did, because I was talking. Let that air dry. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this contour and highlight tutorial. This is definitely my favorite way to contour and highlight. I've learned a lot of methods throughout the years, but this one is definitely the easiest. It comes out the nicest and the most flawless. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to like this video, give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos. Thanks guys. Mwah. Bye.